Good evening. I'm the speaker between you and your dinner, so I will be short because we have an obligation to conclude in 7. I want first to thank everybody who came from all over the world to join our this afternoon, which was very important. I want to thank Einav and Pnina, who are dealing with the issue in the Institute. And I think this institute, which is National Security Institute, should deal with this problem. This problem is a problem that the state of Israel is facing. However, there are two schools of thoughts about how serious it is. Some people will say we have lived with anti-Semitism, anti-Zionism, self-hated Jews all over the years. And we have another phenomena of it. Don't pay attention to them, because by paying them attention, they are getting more voice. The other school of thought is saying there is cancer here. You don't see it in the beginning. You don't see it when you look at the balance of trade of Israel. It's going up. With Europe in the last 10 years, it's going up trillions. And if you look at the popularity of Israel in the US, 60-10, stable years. 60 for Israel, 10 for the Palestinians. Somebody say in the Senate, 100-0. So why worried? But you have to worry, because these people are doing a work that can undermine some very important foundation of the state of Israel, and we should fight it. We should fight it. We have to first understand that there are two motives behind the BDS movement. One of them was demonstrated here. Until we leave the last point of Tel Aviv, they will continue to attack. These people should be confronted head in head in all their lies, in all their unproven arguments. We will let them speak because we are democracy and we are willing to listen. But then we battle them, and this is an easy battle because their arguments are false and the truth is coming up at the end of the day. And the moral ground is on our side. But there is another part of the BDS movement which we have to pay attention to. And this is people who care about justice, who care about what is the qualities of the state of Israel, who have an argument with us, maybe not with us, with the government of Israel, about the policies that the government of Israel is conducting. This is a legitimate argument, and my guideline to my researchers is try to differentiate between the two. Because the first one that drives our nerve is easy to battle. The second one is much more difficult, because then we come to the essence of this place, offering a policy, a better policy that will defeat the BDS by taking more of the argument away. And this is exactly what we are doing here. We have to pay attention to the fact that the formal BDS is failing. It's failing. They are not achieving anything. But there is hidden BDS that is not formal, that is not announced in the open and voting in some academics or some council. And this BDS that was represented here by some of the speakers, that people are not told that they are not accepted to a seminar or are not promoted or are not getting the normal treatment, not by a direct approach, but by some hidden, and this is the cancer that we are facing. We have to put it up, we have to treat it, and to get and to continue to cope with it. It will not disappear. It will not disappear immediately, even if we change our policies. Because you heard, people don't want us here in Tel Aviv. They don't want us anywhere. They don't put their attention to what's going on in some other places. I would expect them to go and demonstrate against some other neighborhoods where 200,000 Syrians are killed. And I haven't seen any BDS movement against Assad. And yes, refugees, there are 9 million refugees in Syria. So we gave you the right to incite, we gave you the right to speak, and now you will listen. And no, I protect their right to speak. I think it gives us some food for thought, it challenges us, and at the end of the day, it shows the nature of the movement. The nature of the movement. Last but not least, once again, we will continue with the research. We will continue to help the wonderful people who are doing the fight. And when I speak about existential threat to the state of Israel, in the last 2 years when I'm lecturing, I say there is no existential threat to the state of Israel, a military one. Unless Iran will have the nuclear bomb, then it's another story. Israel is strong, Israel is powerful, and some existential threat may be not from military threat, but from some soft power threat. And BDS is a soft power threat, if it will not be checked. Those who think that BDS is a real threat should create the organization to cope with it. The same as we created the IDF. You need a strategy, you need tactics, you need to learn the arguments and to confront them. You have to learn the organizations and to cope with them. And the leader of this organization should be in the level of the chief of staff. And he should have a chief of staff based not on major generals, on professors for political science, on professors for history, legal advisors, ethics professors, PR people, journalists, and all of them together should create the strategy of the state of Israel to cope with this threat, which today I don't see as a formidable one, but all the time we have to be aware maybe something is boiling behind the ground and will erupt one day, and we have to be ready when it's erupt. Thank you very much.